So first thing, the volume knob is the distortion. You turn that up, and you go from a clean sound to a distorted sound. Turn the volume back down on the guitar, I got a nice clean sound. Probably best off using either the middle or the neck pickup for your clean sounds. If you're doing like bluesy stuff, use the neck pickup. If you're doing like, you know, finger style stuff, try the middle one, okay? Okay.
I think that's probably true for all of them.
Okay, cool. And then when you go to lead, when you want to turn that up, you're gonna do that. Cool? Okay. The tone, generally you want to, when you're playing with electric guitar, you want to crank the mids. Bass and treble, you just adjust as needed. So, you know, if it's really sounding harsh, turn the treble down. I've got it turned down to 2 on here for this guitar, the one with the F hole. The bass is up a little bit just to give it a little more boost. And then the master is your overall volume. You can keep this thing distorted. You'll still get tons of gain, and use the master to set it. You can play it, you know, I mean, at a volume that's, you know, really super quiet. You know, you adjust your volume on your guitar for the sound, and that way you can have a super clean sound with the gain turned all up and the guitar turned all the way down and still have plenty of volume. Right now, I've got this guitar going through the Zoom on channel 50, which does nothing, has no effects. We can add effects later and, you know, use it as a pedal if you want. But right now, we're just using the looper and the drum. So the way the looper works, by the way, I'm using the reverb on the amp right now. I have that set to about 3, just so it's not, you know, crazy. And that alone is everything that we did before, you know, without hooking the looper up. That's everything you need for a lead and clean and rhythm sound. Just turn it up to about 4 on your guitar, you'll get a nice bluesy sound. Okay, okay, so on the looper now, the way the looper works, if I can get this on the camera, push the looper button, and you press the right button to clear anything that's in there. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, and start it. It'll record whatever you're doing. And then when you get back to the beginning, 2, 3, 4, and do it, and it loops immediately. Okay. If you press it again, it'll overdub anything you're playing and put that in the recording. If you press it again, it'll go back to just playing what you have in the loop. And then when you want to stop it, you can do that. Just press stop. And again, if you hold it, it'll erase it. Cool? It goes to clear. If you press the drum machine button, you can adjust the sound of the drums, the grooves. I have this on shuffle for like dun 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 dun.
I haven't done that in a while.
And you can turn the speed up and down by adjusting the beats per minute up or down.
Shuffle?
Yeah, that's the shuffle one. That's long, short, long, short, long, short. And if you adjust the leftmost knob, the number 1 knob, it goes to different grooves. That'll be like for now, and you use the pedals to start and stop it when you're playing live. Okay.
Which one should I use the most? A-B, you said?
8 beats is the one that is like for most rock tunes that just have a straight beat. That's a good enough beat. You can play around, you know, rock grooves, but for anything that has a shuffle, anything that has a long, short, use 8 beat when you have dun 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 dun. So you're like da 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 da. The beat is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and most songs are gonna be that way. For anything that's blues or jazz that has like a dun 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 dun, to use the shuffle one. That's enough to get you going. We have the volume on the drums set to 2 right now because we don't want that so loud, because we have this distortion set to maximum, you know. If you turn up the volume on there, it's going to just crank and get distorted. So to make all this work together, we have this set down nice and low. Volume on 2 is about where it worked. And then you set the beats per minute for how fast you want. When you go back to looper, the volume we have set to 100 because we want that looper volume to be the same volume we just played. Cool? I think 100 is the same on this machine. We'll see. And that's all you need right now, because you can change all your guitar sounds with, you know, with the volume knob. Okay, so what I'm going to do, put this down here, record a little bit. Let me just play in a little bit so you can see the whole thing together. Kind of just walk you through it. Get that working. Okay. So for doing right now, I have this on the middle selector. I'm turning it down to 1 or 2. clean that a little bit up more if you want. As clean gets. And you know, if you're doing any sort of nice. You turn it up. For that sound, you'll always do better pushing it down here. That's not using any pedals or anything, it's just turning the volume up, and that wasn't all that. Clean it back up, and then use one of the other two pickups to give you a clean sound. Okay, so if I want to do the looper with this, push it on the looper, make sure it's clear, hold the rightmost pedal, make sure it's clear. When you start it, it'll say record. If you stop it, if you don't want to take that loop that you just made, press the right button and it'll cancel. Okay, so if I'm doing this. The play button again, it went back to play mode, not into overdub. So when you press it again, when you're done with the loop, it gives you an overdub mode. And you press the stop button, and it'll stop. Cool? And now you can play it again.
What am I going to dub now? Like, what would I loop now, though? I could do that.
Work on doing "Sunshine Your Love," and you play your chords over the pentatonic scale. That's what you're trying to do. Is just get any songs for the pentatonic scale, or the lick for "Sunshine Your Love." Yeah, you dub that and play
loop that or whatever. And
yeah, sure.
So what am I playing over?
Pentatonic scale. that scale. So those are all licks.
Where do you get those though?
I give those to you. I got them all on that one page.
Oh, that, okay.
And it takes a long time to get them, but that's what you do. You learn solos, you know, from other people, and you kind of see them in the solos,
Mhm.
and over and over get those little licks learned. Okay, so that's an overview of how to do this. Let's put the drum machine in now. So when you start, now if you want to do change the speed. So I get the drum machine started. Now go back to the looper, and let's do a little bit of a 12-bar. There I played the 12-bar blues thing, the rhythm playing the 5th fret, so I put my scale on the 5th fret. Everything I was playing was not with the scale on the 5th fret. Cool. That's not something for today's lesson, that's just what you can do with these licks. But that's all I'm doing with this machine, is using it right now as a drum machine and a looper. The other thing you can do is go back into regular play mode, press both things together, and you got a tuner. Adjust anything to it.
No, I can't even move them anymore.
Huh?
I can't even move them anymore. They're tight.
They'll still be adjusted every once in a while. Okay, so now you got a tuner, a looper, and a drummer. That's enough to get going with this now, okay?
But what if I wanted if I didn't want to use this, I wanted to use headphones?
Okay, then what you want to do is just use one of the sounds that's built in there. You just plug your headphones. You know, the output here can be used as a mono or a stereo. So you take out the guitar amp, unplug it or shut it off. And headphones usually have an 1/8" connector. So what you want to do is get one of these things. So it takes what looks like an 1/8" headphone connector. You put that in one of the adapters, and that makes it a 1/4 inch, which you can plug into the back of the Zoom, and that'll plug in as a headphone.
So that's what. Let me see that again.
This looks like a regular headphone
Yeah.
cable. You know, like what you plug into your phone, or
Mhm.
any little MP3 device, or like this. Plug it in there, and
Where'd
that
you get
makes
that?
it. You can get those at CVS.
What's it called?
And this is a 1/8" to 1/4 inch adapter. So it takes this 1/8" stereo adapter and makes it a 1/4 inch adapter, which is what you see in the back of the Zoom. Cool.
Same thing. The back of the of that.
Yeah, it's the same. That 1/4 inch is the same size as the guitar cable. Cool.
Okay.
And then you just use a sound that's built in here and work it the same way. What I usually do is I use a Fender sound, and I do the same thing. I put a little reverb. Sometimes I put a little delay on to give it some ambience. And then that's all you really need. Again, you can use the volume knob on your amp. Turn up the gain in the guitar amp simulator. And if you want, I can show you how to do a little bit of programming on that right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to spend the time doing that?
It's up to you.
Okay, let me take this off, and I'll do this really quick.